This is another segment of Project Geospatial. I'm Adam Simmons, and this round I'm going to give a brief St. Louis update. Recently, we had the pleasure of visiting NGA's Moonshot labs in downtown St. Louis, where we happened to observe two important events. The first was the signing of a Partnership Intermediary Agreement, a PIA, between NGA and T-Rex Innovation and Entrepreneur Center. The PIA will help industry and academia leverage government-developed data and technology while focusing on enabling development of NGA's vision towards the next generation workforce and addressing evolving challenges of national security through local collaboration. This will enhance NGA's involvement to engage with non-traditional organizations or companies and small businesses to transfer technology, drive potential geospatial markets, and conduct pre-acquisition discovery support. In parallel to this established partnership, this brings me to the second event we had the opportunity to observe while on site. The Executive Exchange, hosted by Moonshot Labs and T-Rex, enabling industry to brief government executives on current commercial capabilities and have a collaborative discussion about those things. To talk more about this event, we had the honor of speaking with Sarah Campbell, Director of Partnerships and Communications at NGA Research. Let's hear more about what she has to say about the Executive Exchange.
So I'm Sarah Campbell. I'm the Director for Partnerships and Communications within NGA Research. Research is a key component within the agency, and we were really the ones focused on the future, Mission Tomorrow. And so I'm here today. I came out from DC last night, excited to be here, where we are meeting with various members from industry to hear about their capabilities, to dialogue with them about what our needs are. And it really is a great exchange happening at Moonshot Labs.
So what is this exchange in your words?
So what it is I think it's setting up a forum or a recurring exchange between NGA leaders and industry, where we can more routinely, in an open environment, right? We're in Moonshot Labs, which is a completely unclassified space, where we can routinely talk about our needs back and forth, right? So industry can tell us what are some of the things they're working on, and are we interested, right? And this is all pre-acquisition type exchanges that we're trying to normalize in a sense, where we're kind of coming out a little bit from behind the closed doors and sharing what we're, what some of our obstacles are and what we need from industry.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And just to take a step back here, what does it mean? Why is being in an unclassified space, why is being in an open space easier to do this?
Sure. So I think what you've seen in the last few years, when various agencies within the Department of Defense or even intelligence community, what they're doing now in some of their new facilities is creating large unclassified spaces for collaboration, whether it's for their current employees to work, or whether it's to hold exchanges like the one we're having this week. And that's because traditionally facilities within the DoD or the intelligence community, they're classified. They're in sensitive, protected spaces where you cannot just invite industry in on short notice and have a dialogue that is completely unclassified, right? So what Moonshot Labs does in St. Louis is it's offering the NGA and industry and academia a collaboration space where you can talk freely, right? You can come in here on short notice, you can host an event, and it makes it a little bit more organic and not as scheduled and forced in a sense as it may be sometimes when we're in a more secure facility.
And as it applies to the Executive Exchange,
sure.
How does that increase that value even more?
Yeah, so the Executive Exchanges, like I mentioned, I'm with NGA Research, a senior executive within NGA Research, and there are my other peers from other critical components within the agency who are coming here on a recurring basis, and this is hosted by our Associate Director for Capabilities, Mr. Chidoba, on a recurring basis, coming and meeting where we have scheduled companies coming to talk to us about their capabilities. And what it's doing is it's allowing industry an opportunity to come share with us, and it's bringing some key people from the agency to the table to hear about that and dialogue. And so I think this is what the second industry exchange that we've had, maybe third? Second. So, and there are more planned. I'll also add that in addition to these exchanges at Moonshot Labs, we are also trying to have more industry days, right? So Like I mentioned, our Associate Director for Capabilities hosted a large industry day some months ago. Every time we put out a broad area announcement, we have an industry day on that topic where we're trying to, again, normalize the exchange between industry and our researchers or our analysts on capabilities and needs.
So what do you hope to get out of an event like this?
Honestly, I'll say I had some great exchanges with industry already just this morning. What I hope to get out of it is I'd like to hear from them. What are their challenges, right? How easy is it to work with NGA? What are some things that we could do differently, right? So it's not always a one-way street between the government and the private sector. And I think it's very important that we listen very openly about how they make their investments, what challenges they have in working with us. And so I get the most out of that, really helping them understand how to work with us better. I do a lot of that in my role, trying to kind of, again, demystify the ways by which industry can work with NGA, connecting people to the right subject matter experts and the like. So.
And what message would you give to either industry interested in participating in the future or other government individuals who want to participate as well?
So on the government side, we certainly encourage wide participation from the agency. So in these technical exchanges, if we could bring the camera over there and see that, you'd see, we have a big table where we have, key leaders in the agency who are present. But what we also have is we've got a web presence, because we can do this unclassified, with hundreds of people phoning in from across the world. So not just DC or Springfield, Virginia, but all over, who have a vested interest in those companies, not just necessarily the companies, but their capabilities that they're presenting to us. So, I think that's the value in it, and I think that's what it brings is it opens up, to our agency these various capabilities and what they can do for us. So,
well, thank you very much. Yeah. This is Sarah Campbell here at Moonshot Labs and NGA. And wrapping up, learning all about the NGA's executive exchange here. Yeah. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
As you heard, this executive exchange between NGA and industry happens quarterly and are an excellent example of how the geospatial collaboration is taking place in the St. Louis region. We will keep track as more unfolds at the T-Rex and NGA's Moonshot Labs in the coming months. Until then, thank you for listening to Project Geospatial.